Oh, I'm so excited! What's up, YouTube? This is Godzilla here, and I've done it again. I've let me excitement get the better of me. Well, that's because, like the collector Esther Menasukas, I'm hyped as hell for Godzilla King of the Monsters. I've seen the trailers and the designs for the Titans, and let's hope that it will be good. No, not good. Great. Let's hope it will be great. It all looks promising, and despite it being another American Godzilla movie from Legendary, hopefully it will feel like the real Japanese films from Toho. But today I'm going to be taking a look at some of the merchandise from Jakks Pacific. I believe that's what they're called. Yeah, surprisingly, it's not Bandai who usually make the Godzilla figures, but I think they'll catch up in time, and later on in the year we will see 6 and 8 inch vinyls and gashapon figures of the Titans from Bandai. And I also hear that NECA will be making figures soon. But anyways, let's take a look at what's coming up. Now, normally when I do a thoughts and opinions video, I start off with the least impressed and end with most impressed. However, this time I'm starting with small and ending with large. Okay, so here is the Godzilla vs. Mothra set, and a lot of people were not too happy with the set when it was revealed, due to the fact that it contains a massive spoiler alert, and it is by far the biggest spoiler alert ever seen, and that is due to the presence of burning Godzilla. Now, when the second trailer came out, there was some speculation whether or not burning Godzilla was going to be in the movie, and what was supposed to be a surprise turned out to be confirmation. But then again, it might not be burning Godzilla. Perhaps something happens to Godzilla to turn him like this, and it's a reference to burning Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Destroyer. But that's just a possibility, and I'm calling it burning Godzilla like everyone else. As for Mothra, well, from what I have heard, a lot of people do not like this incarnation of the character, and they say that she looks too much like a real moth. And confessingly, I'm not a huge Mothra fan. I've got nothing against her, and I do like the 1964 film Mothra vs. Godzilla, one of my all-time favourites. I'm just not madly into her like a lot of people, but I digress. However, looking at the figure in the set, I can see why people don't like it. She looks like the cryptid monster Mothman, or some humanoid creature that's a combination between a moth, a praying mantis, and some humanoid thing. Next up, we have a set that has gotten everyone excited, including myself, and that is the Godzilla vs. Rodan set. And here, Godzilla's dorsal plates are glowing, so this will be known as Supercharged Godzilla. The figure is basically depicting Godzilla getting ready to breathe his atomic breath. Too bad he doesn't come with a beam effect. Well, if there was a beam effect, it would probably acquire a stand as well as Rodan, who we will talk about in a minute. However, this is a playset for kids, even though there will be some collectors buying the set. Now for Rodan. Well, the figure in the set looks fantastic, and promisingly, it looks like he will have articulation. That might sound like a silly thing to say because we can clearly see that he does, but the reason why I say that is because in one of the Kong Skull Island sets, the pterosaur creature was flappy and had no structure to make it stand. However, that doesn't seem to happen with Rodan in the set, as it appears that he can make flying impressions and can stand by himself. Oh, and also, the set also comes with a background of a volcano erupting. Next up, we have this jaw-dropping Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah set. And the moment I saw this picture, I felt like I had died and gone to heaven, because this set looks awesome. The background appears to be a destroyed stadium, and Godzilla in the set is normal. However, I feel that the normal Godzilla in the set should be with Rodan, and Supercharged should be with King Ghidorah, because in the trailer when Godzilla charges at Ghidorah, his dorsal spines glow. And King Ghidorah himself looks great too. The wings are spread out, but in the packaging they are either stuck up or detachable. This Ghidorah may be a toy, however, if Rodan looks great, then King Ghidorah will be fantastic. It almost puts to mind a classic Ghidorah figure, but more up to date. Now we move on to the larger figures, and this one is Rodan in the 6-inch scale. He will come with 2 accessories, that are the crumbling buildings and a jet plane, I believe. Rodan doesn't appear to be that detailed, NECA style, because remember, this will be a toy. But apart from that, I actually like the look of this Rodan figure, and I may be tempted until NECA make their version. I've heard they will be making figures of the other Titans and possibly Kaiju. But until then, we'll have this, and King Ghidorah, who we will be looking at now. Again, this will be a 6-inch figure, and again, the accessories will be crumbling buildings, and the flying vehicle this time seems to be that aircraft many people thought to be a variation of the Super X. But the figure of King Ghidorah looks brilliant, and since it will be a 6-inch figure, he'll look fantastic with any King Ghidorah vinyl from Bandai. However, if NECA do make Ghidorah, I don't know if it will be 6-inch or bigger, but like Rodan, I'm tempted by Jakks Ghidorah. And finally, we have the 12-inch figure of the King himself. Now, I don't collect 12-inch figures. I go for figures that are between 4 and 8-inch. Large at least. But anyway, the toy looks pretty good. I think it's mostly the 2014 figure, but modified, which seems to be the case for the 2019 Godzilla. However, those who wanted the 12-inch last time, but missed out, then this will be a second chance. So there we go guys, those were my thoughts and opinions on the Jakks Pacific Godzilla figures. Yeah, I missed out the mask, but I'm not really interested in that. The figures and sets look pretty good. I'm going to pass on the 12-inch Godzilla. The sets I would go for them, but from what I have heard, they may be 3-inch. This is not a bad thing, but I remember when the Godzilla Destruction Packs came out, back in 2014, they were 3-inch, and I put them with my Gashapon figures. However, later on in the year, Bandai made some actual high-grade figures from the 2014 movie, and despite preferring the Destruction Packs, I was annoyed at the same time. But the new bar packs seem to be either 4 or 5-inch, so hopefully that will not be the case if Bandai make them. Burning Godzilla vs Mothra, I'm not sure on that one. Godzilla vs Rodan and King Ghidorah, I'll probably end up getting them regardless. But the large 6-inch figures of Rodan and King Ghidorah I will definitely be getting, since they are 2 of my favourite kaiju, and seeing them on the big screen will be a dream come true. This is Dragzilla signing out. Take care, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-ra!